All right, I'm back. I had to end the last game a little earlier. Wasn't feeling too good. I had a little headache. Hold on for a sec. Just one of those days, man. Wasn't feeling too good, but I'm back at it. Like Beanie Single will say, back at it with it. Broad Street Bully. Last football game that we was watching was Green Bay Packers versus the Rams football game of the day. That was the most entertaining football game of the day. I wish I had enough energy to finish it out, but I exited out, took a little nap, laid down. I wasn't feeling too good, you know. Um, okay, now let's see if it's actually working. Okay, good, it is working. Because before, I had a problem with people posting comments. I guess it wasn't working. What up, Zach? What it do? Oh yeah, you like that Brooklyn game, huh? I took a little break from the NBA today, man. But I did caught that game, but I wasn't on my NBA tip today, man. I was just chilling. Football day today, man. It's all about NFL. Now I know most of you guys, well, most of the people that I talk to are NBA fans. We barely talk about any other sport, but every now and then I like talking about different sports, man. You know, so but yeah, Harden went ballistic, man. He got a good triple double. Team is going to be hard to beat. They get held to the same responsibility as any other super team. They're the only team in the league that's a super team. Before LeBron could have formed the super team because he was going after Giannis. He couldn't get a hold of Giannis. He couldn't get a hold of Bradley Beal. You know, he failed to build a super team, but that's what he was going to build too. He just couldn't get to it. So Kevin Durant beats LeBron James to the punch once again when it comes to super teams, because he was able to get his super team before LeBron get his. Now, will LeBron get a super team? That remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, I think it will. I think it will happen. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. You know. But hold on for a second. I was chatting my man T. He said, "Well, I'm going to do the thing." So let's see if he could jump in here. All right. Hold on. Damn. There we go. All right. So I just messaged him. LeBron started it, we perfected it. Oh, we. Where's this we coming from, Zach? What do you mean, we? Or should you say he perfected it, meaning Kevin Durant? Because he's the one that always beats LeBron to the super team punch. LeBron got Miami. He went to Golden State, took it a step further, and now he beat him again with another super team. Yeah, but here's the thing. That's not Harden's team. That's going to be Kevin Durant's team. He did drop 42 today. If they win the championship, the Finals MVP going to be Kevin Durant. Yeah, he should, but see, Kyrie's the smaller guy. They may keep Kyrie at the point guard position. I don't think Kyrie wants to play the two guard, even though his game is more like a two guard. But I don't think he wants to play a two guard. Oops, let me fix my wording here, because this is not the right wording. Yo, you checking out football or what? Zach? All right, man. Let's see what happens, man. If you could get in here and post comments, other people should be able to get in here and post comments too. Because I didn't hit any button, stop comments or nothing like that. All right. Oh, you like the Buccaneers? Right now, I'm watching this not Tampa Bay. I'm watching this Baltimore Ravens versus Buffalo Bills. I gotta change this wording on here though. So yeah. But yeah, 3-0 so far. I'm trying to fix something here. I don't see why is it not working. I'm trying to change the. Oh, I'm just gonna leave it here then the way it was. Trying to change the name down the bottom. Because that was from the last game. Man, I don't even know how to edit this. That's crazy. I don't know how to edit this and change the wording. This is a slow, grinded out football game, so to speak. I'm gonna go with the New York team. I'm going with Buffalo Bills, upstate New York. So I'm going with NY on this one. And plus they up 3. 3-0. So I'm gonna give them the edge in that, Zach. Why is this? Let's see if I could fix it. No, that's not it. All right. 3. I think that's good. That's good. That's 3-3. Kick is good. I don't know. I thought he was going to return for this game, but maybe next game they play, he'll return. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see him play. So I want to see all 3 of them play. I want to judge and rate all 3 of them together. See how they perform together. Yeah. But they got no excuses. They need to win the championship. You can't come together 3 of the top 10 players in the league and not win the championship. That's unheard of. So how you gonna win the championship? And I mean, how you gonna get together and not win the championship? That's supposed to be like rule number 1. You got to get up there and get that. You got to get that chip. No buts ifs about it. They got to get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you eating it? What's that? That slice? You like it? All right. You like it? All right. So yeah, man. 3-3 so far is almost into halftime. Hold on for a minute. Let me see what T say. T say something over. He said something in one of the videos. He didn't came in the chat yet though. Jesus Shuttleworth. All right. T is talking about super teams in the on the other video that I post up, Zach, and he says that I said super teams always win, which is absolutely more of a fact. You know, he considered the Kobe Gasol a super team. I don't consider that a super team. That wasn't considered a super team. Super team is more ran a bunch of all stars, 3 or more all stars on one team, and they only had 2 all stars. That was it. And the Shaq and Kobe with Gary Payton and Karl Malone, man, that was, even though that was 2 guys in their prime, the other guys weren't, but they still made it to the finals. So that goes to show you, when you stack the deck, you could at least still make it to the finals. But if Gary Payton and Karl Malone was in their prime, they would have won the championship. I said every in prime super team wins a championship. 3 all-stars or more. So when T get in here, I will explain to him what I was trying to say. But I say I love this. I love when people got a question, or a little bit pushback. Gives me more reason to explain. I didn't say out of prime. I didn't say a bunch of old guys getting together trying to win the championship. When you got, let's say, 3 of the top 5 best players in the world, they did whatever it takes to play on the same team. Talked on the phone. They did this or that. They forced their way out of their team just to meet up on this one team. They should win a championship. That's how it should be. They have never failed. And I'm talking about like this generation super teams, because this generation super teams are guys from random teams that's already established getting together. That's the difference. It's not organic. An organic super team, there's nothing you could do about that, because those guys work for whatever they worked for. They got good on their own. If you just draft a bunch of players and 3 out of those 4, let's say you draft 5 players, and 3 of those 5 players become like 3 of the best players in the world, then you just happen to get lucky. Nobody's going to be like, oh, well, you're this, you're that. You came great organically. So that's the beauty of a draft pick. You don't know when or where you're going to get a good basketball player. You know what I'm saying? You could draft somebody at number 1, they could be a bust. You could draft somebody at number 5, they'd be the best player in the world. You could draft somebody in the 2nd round and they'd be a superstar. You just never know who's going to be what. A draft pick is just a number. It doesn't label how talented you should be or how talented you're going to be. All a draft pick is a number. That's all it is. Now, you think Gary Payton and Karl Malone, if they weren't in their prime, playing with Kobe and Shaq, man, they would have won the championship. Hands down, they would have won the championship. That would have been one lethal team. Karl Malone is the only player in NBA history that got no championships, but by his position is considered a top 5 greatest power forward of all time, and he got no championships. So that shows you right there, if he was in his prime, it would be a complete different story. Yo, Zach, did you see this Packers and Rams game? Tay said he eating ice cream. He's sad right now, but this was a great game. Aaron Rodgers is the man, boy. They just give the man his MVP award already. Give Aaron Rodgers the MVP. He dominated today. Aaron Rodgers looked like the superstar that he is. No, the Rams stayed with their running game. They were still able to get in this game, though. They were still able to keep up in this game. That's right, 360 MVP. Give that man his award. Give it to him. Yeah, I do. Nothing wrong with that. But, as a sports guy, man, you got to get into other sports sometimes. This game is tied so far. I got Buffalo coming out on top. I got to give it to the New York team to come out on top. How was that pizza? Was it that little slice? You ate the pepperoni too? Oh, you take it off. But you ate it with the sausage? Yeah. Ah. You just ate it like a regular slice. I mean, his resume speaks for itself. For quarterbacks, he may be. But football is a little different, Zach. It's not like basketball, man. Football is a full team sport. And it's not individually carried like a basketball game can be. Basketball is 5-on-5. And one guy can have such an impact on the whole series. If a guy's dropping 40 a game, he can have such an impact that it becomes devastating. It's not like football. Football, you only play one side of the ball. Either you're on defense or you're on offense, but you can't even do both. So it's completely different. But as far for quarterbacks go, man, Tom Brady is either number one or considered the GOAT. I mean, he got the resume to back it up, Now, you may feel different because of the Deflategate and all that other type of stuff, but I mean, I tend to block all that stuff out and just look at what you did on the field. So, I mean, he got the accomplishments. I think Pat Mahomes is going to be the next great NFL quarterback. He probably go down as the top 5 football quarterback of all time. So he's definitely going to be up there too. And he may win this year too. They're going up against the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns versus the Kansas City Chiefs is going to be a good showdown. So hold on. T up in Reno, he may not be able to get a connection to go on live. Because I'm getting if my comment section was blocked, I wouldn't be able to get none of you guys comments. So it's definitely on. I'm definitely getting the comment. But Tay, come out here and tell us your story, man. I know you sad. Your Rams lost for the season. It's all right, man. You're in the same boat with me. My Eagles didn't win nothing this year. Every year I try to convince my wife to be an Eagles fan. And it doesn't go there that much. But, one day if the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, we're going to have a good family party, man. I would love that. I would have loved to just rewind the clock back to 2018, and we could have had the Eagles win the Super Bowl, Yeah, he was saying it was something was wrong with it from the last stream that we did, but I didn't click no button. I didn't touch nothing. I didn't turn nothing off. So you guys should be able to come on here and, I'm not blocking no comments, of course. Anybody could come in here and say whatever they want. Yeah, I know. I don't want Carson Wentz though, But yeah. I would like for T to come in here so I can explain to him what I meant, about super teams. They never lost. I mean, you could go since the Boston Celtics. Let's just do modern times. We're not gonna go with, the 80s or none of that stuff. Let's just stick with the theme of super teams from this generation. So that's something that's really new for this generation. Dr. Puzzles, what's up? What it do? Who you got winning this game? And what state are you representing? But yeah, what I was saying is, okay, you got the Boston Celtics, all right? They were considerably in their prime for one season, and that one season they won the championship. But they still went to the finals 2 out of 3 times. All right, success. You got the Miami Heat. They get together. They go to the finals every year. They win 2 championships out of 4. Success. Golden State Warriors. They win 3 out of 5. They add Kevin Durant. They become a true super team because Draymond Green was always the iffy guy. He wasn't the guy. He was the guy that a lot of people thought was a true all-star. So, but when you have Clay, Steph, and Kevin Durant on the same team, you got yourself a big 3. That's a super team. And they were able to win 2 championships in a row. So no super team has failed. This is a new generation type of thing. And when I say super team, I mean a get-together super team. All these super teams were outside of Golden State with by themselves were super teams. But Golden State really wasn't considered a super team really until KD got there, because KD was the third superstar really to pit them with that big 3. Draymond Green was never really like that dude that you would pit in a lineup and say, hey, that's a big 3. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. Now, I like Lamar Jackson. Maybe he could, but I'm just going with Buffalo right now because of Griselda Records. So maybe they could pull it off. Yeah. Yeah. No, that Lakers team was not a super team. It has some notable names, but Steve Nash was out of his prime. Dwight Howard was on his way to not being Dwight Howard anymore. He was just about to be a role player. His back gave out on him. So that was not a super team. Even if Dwight Howard was healthy, all you had was Shaq and Kobe. Dwight Howard and Kobe. And Kobe was almost out of his prime too. So that wasn't a super team by no stretch of the imagination. A super team is 3 in prime players. We're talking about modern day super teams. This generation. Not a standard of a super team by an old generation. Because no era of basketball had guys that were free agents that got together and said, hey, we all want to play with each other to win a championship. That was brand new. LeBron James did something that was brand new that nobody thought of doing. Nobody thought that LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh was going to play on the same team. That was groundbreaking. That was something brand new that the NBA has never saw before. So when we say super teams, we're talking about conspired super teams, not organic super teams. No, not, let's draft Magic Johnson and draft this guy. It's different. Yeah, that's what I mean. back in the 80s and 90s, man, the term super team didn't even exist. Right? There was no such a thing as a super team, even though you had teams that had all stars on it. But at the most teams had like outside of the 80s, most teams had like two all stars at the most. That was the format. Uh, a sidekick and a team leader. Then you had good role players, but you never had like Jordan being a free agent saying, I'm going to go and play with Patrick Ewing, and Patrick Ewing say, you know what, Jordan, come to the Knicks. Let's win some championships in the Knicks. And then Scottie Pippen coming to the Knicks, and you got a big three, everybody free agents. That wasn't taking place. All right, guys weren't doing that back then. Right? The notion was, you got to carry the team, you got to do it your way, mano on a mano way. So it was different. And free agents, different time, man. Free agency is a little bit different now. You notice guys only get 4-year contracts, so guys can now sign for a team for 4 years. Then if they don't like it, they can sit there and say, hey, I want to leave. Then they can force their way out and go and form a super team. It's just a little bit different, man. This is why it's going to be hard for anybody to three-peat in this modern day era. Because of that simple fact that nobody stays on the same team. It's like playground basketball now. It's like contracts don't matter. Like if you don't like your team 1 year, you can just go and play with somebody else the next year. Oh, here we go. Nice pass. Diggs gets the first down. Nice. That's a good pass. Nets may be the best modern day super team, They got to go out there and prove it compared to the rest of the super teams. I mean, I will still say Golden State Warriors is still the best super team in the NBA thus far. That Golden State Warriors team, nobody was going to beat if they fully healthy. You already know they was going to win the championship. Every year we predicted the Golden State Warriors to win the championship. They were that good. They had that much good players on one team. But this Brooklyn Nets team could be the very same way. You got Spencer Dinwiddie. He could be your Draymond Green. And then you got your big three. Wow. Good run. 18-yard line. He busting tackles just to get in there, boy. I think the Bills going to collect the touchdown. No. I may be old school, but I do live in the present. Okay. Okay. So I judge things presently how things are constructed now. So, but there was super teams in the 90s. It just wasn't called super teams. And guys didn't really like tuck like best players from each team and just put them all on one team. And free agents didn't do that. If you was a free agent, if you did decide to go to another team, you went to a team that probably had like, another all-star or probably just like one all-star and a borderline all-star. It's a little different. But the thing about LeBron James is, though, if this is the super team era and you kicked it off, you should be the pioneer. You should be the best at it. That means nobody should be outdoing you and making super teams. So you should be winning the most championships, and you should be outsparting everybody when it comes to making super teams. But Kevin Durant got him twice so far. Now, to his advantage, LeBron James now holds the record for more championships than any player that's currently playing basketball right now. So he does get that in his favor. So I would give that to him. He has that in his favor. No other superstar right now is sitting on more championships than LeBron James. So he has a chance to increase that and push that lead even further if he could beat these teams. So everybody has a chance to make history. LeBron has a chance to push winning championships to a place nobody else could get to. Oh, there he is. What it do, T? All right, I'm glad that you're back because I wanted to tell you something about your super team claim. I said in prime super teams. Super team by the modern day rules is 3 All-Stars or more. Kobe didn't play with 3 All-Stars when he played with Paul Gasol. He only played with Gasol and those rest of those guys you mentioned. Trevor Ariza, they were good role players. Ron Artest, role player. All them dudes was role players. None of them dudes was All-Stars. That's why nobody even pits that team for a big 3. Nobody even looks at that as a big 3. And your other big 3 attempt was Gary Payton and Karl Malone. I said in prime. If those dudes was in their prime, then that'd be a different story. But they weren't. So, and AKKD says he's posting up on the KD video. He says Andrew Robinson and Lance Stevenson to be good pickups for the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, he's right. So I always told you there's always somebody sitting back thinking, hey, I want to be on a super team. I want to win the championship. Lance Stevenson got 0 championships. So his time is almost up. He won a ring. So why not go to the Brooklyn Nets to get a ring? He's a two-way player. He could score and play defense. There's always somebody available, man. You guys think like role players is hard to find. They're not. Miami Heat went to the finals the first year they got together. And they had, outside of the big 3, the rest of them guys was trash. That whole team was full of old guys. They had a beat-up old Drew Agauskas. They had an inexperienced Mario Chalmers. But who else they had? Man, they had a lot of dirt stains on that first 2011 Brooklyn Miami Heat team. But nevertheless, they were still able to get to the finals just off the strength of 3 superstars or all-stars, whatever you want to call them. That goes to show you that that's all you need. 3 guys could take you to the championship. Because I've seen it done before. Especially if 3 of the top 10 players all on the same team. That's more than enough to take you to the finals. Because the rest of the guys are going to fall in place anyway. Oh, Carlos Arroyo. Remember that 2011 Miami Heat team? No, that team was a bad, Okay. All right, T. But that does count, man. So super team, and we talking about modern day super teams, bro. That's like guys getting together, forming a super team. That's the definition of a super team. Like let's say Jordan, Bird, and Magic, all free agents, and they all went to the same team. They're already established. That's one of those cheating super teams. That's a cheat code because it's not organically. It's not like you drafted them guys and they had to go do the pains and struggles of learning how to be good. That's different. Even Shaq and Kobe, they had to learn how to play with each other. It took them 4 years to win a championship. That's growth. That's understanding, learning how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I meant. So that's why I always say in prime. A bunch of old guys getting together ain't no super team, man. That's just a bunch of old guys thinking they still got it, and they're trying to win a championship on their last leg. Nah, man, that's definition according to ESPN and the dudes, that label what super team is. And you go probably think that to LeBron. You can correct that definition according to LeBron James, because LeBron James started or made this big three thing commercialized. No player thought about talking to other players and forming a big three and playing all together on the same team already established. Miami Heat did something that nobody saw in the NBA. I never saw that in the NBA. I never saw guys get together like that. They get on stage, not one, not two, not three. Nobody never did that before. That was a world-breaking event. They know it too. That's why they did the celebration, the Miami Heat celebration. They know, LeBron James know he did something that nobody in the history of basketball has ever done. Rather you accept that as good or bad. He invented, or he brought in the super team era. He made it commercialized. But by all standards, the Boston Celtics was the very first big three. And they were old, and they were still able to go to the finals 2 out of 3 times. But one year they was in their prime, they won the championship. After that, they was just out of their prime. Arguably. 10-3 is your score. Buffalo Bills. But I never seen the big three fail, especially in modern times. They all won chips. And I'm just going from 2008 to now, because that's when this whole thing started. LeBron couldn't beat the Boston Celtics because they had 3 All-Stars. So he said, you know what? I'm going to beat them at their own game. I'm going to get some All-Stars. And he took it to another level that we never saw before. Kevin Durant, I saw what LeBron did. I'm going to take it to another level. Then he went and joined the Golden State Warriors. So there was somebody always to take it to the next level. I'm afraid one day somebody's going to take it to a super level. I have like 4 or 5 All-Stars on one team. All they have to do is take a salary cut. They may go down like as the greatest team in NBA history. I'm afraid. I hope that don't happen one day, but one day it's going to happen. One day, like 5 of the top best players in the NBA, top 10, is going to be free agents, and they're going to all play on the same team one day. I bet you that's going to happen. I guarantee you one day that's going to happen. You're going to shock the world. You're going to be like, man, I never thought that happened. Hold on for a minute. I want to see if this one's moving slow. Let's see if this. 10-3 is your score. So when I said super team is 3 or more All-Stars, that's according to the people you see out every day you watch basketball on, according to ESPN, according to the the league, according to the general public. We decided 3 All-Stars or more as a super team, thanks to LeBron James. He started the super team, brought it to commercial heights, and he did it with 3 All-Stars. That's why people look at that. Now, I never saw 3 of the best players in the league all on the same team. Now, what next? 3 of the 5 best players in the league? Imagine Giannis, LeBron, and AD on the same team. Is that not a super team? Lamar Jackson running with that football, man. He's exciting to watch. Former MVP, Baltimore Ravens. They're going to go home today, but they're still an exciting team to watch because Lamar Jackson. Anybody got money on these games? Because this is football. Most people have money on the game. And Dr. Puzzles, I like that name. You didn't tell me what state you're from or what team you're rooting for. All right. 3-10 is your score so far. Buffalo Bills got 10. And the Baltimore Ravens logging in at 3. You know, they just said Aaron Rodgers MVP. You know, so my pick for Aaron Rodgers being MVP is more valid than anything now. Valid than anything, excuse me. And Edwards gets the handoff. And he gets a first down. He got it at least. So the Baltimore Ravens got first down. NFL, baby. NFL weekend. That's what we doing right now, man. We all chilling. How you feeling? Are you feeling like hot? Huh?
I'm in Instacart.
Oh, you're in Instacart? Like Instacart for food?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I'm looking for a fish cake.
Ah,
Like,
that's what's up.
I saw a store that's saying what I want. 99 Ranch Market.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's other stores you could pick from. I always picked from the same store. I never picked from the different store before. But shout out to T and Reno, man.
Korean rice cake. Radish.
Yeah. You know, and to put a little stamp on this, an old super team is like Dwight Howard, Mark Gasol, and LeBron James on the same team. And people say, oh, that's a super team. Ain't no damn super team. That's just a team full of old guys, man. That's all that is. You know, you got to be in your prime. You got to be hot. You got to be on top of your game. And be called one of the best players in the game. That's a super team. You know, a team that people look at and be like, oh my God, how could we stop that? But nobody's going to look at, I say Dwight Howard because back in the early 2000s, Dwight Howard was considered a top 5 player. But is Dwight Howard considered a top 5 player right now? No. So saying he could be part of a big 3 is silly. You know, nobody's going to look at that and be scared of Dwight Howard. You know? Oh, here. Oh, what you done? Oh,
Ooh,
you can order that for 90?
it's 99 Ranch Market.
Oh, really? But this stuff is still $1?
No.
Oh,
See,
you getting happy? I saw the 99 cent one. Oh, okay.
I'm looking for the food section.
Oh, that's good. You about to order it? Hannah happy over there. She get to order the food she wants. The wonderful world of Instacart. When you don't have to leave the house, you can just order the food from your house to your house. Man, we had issues with somebody in our building today. You know, some stupid lady. We go downstairs because we had a delivery. We go downstairs to get the package, you know, and we went down without our COVID-19 mask. But a lot of people in this building do that because you're not going outside. You're just going to check. Oh, my God, look, it's an interception. Oh, look at them go. Look at them go. Look at them Buffalo Bills go, baby. New York. Interception. And you know they was going to get that touchdown. All right, what I was saying was, okay, a lot of people in my building, they go downstairs to get the mail, check the mailbox, or whatever. They don't wear a mask, right? And which is understandable because you're still in the building. You're not going to make no contact with nobody. Very few in between, right? And then even if you do make contact or you do see somebody in the hallway, you don't have to walk next to them. You could keep your distance. So I get my package, and that was delivered. And she's coming in with her dog, and she's acting all Rudy Poo about it. I don't want to go in because of coronavirus. You guys got no mask on and this and that. Now, all that time you spent trying to lecture somebody about coronavirus, as if we don't know about the fucking world got coronavirus. You could go upstairs and go to your damn apartment and be safe. I gave you your distance, I kept it moving. I wasn't even close to the lady. I gave her distance. I was moving out the way, The minute Hannah picked up the box and she went upstairs, I left the spot. And I did that on purpose so she could come in with her dog, go upstairs, or go in the elevator and go wherever she got to go. You know what she does? She stands in the hallway still talking, still trying to lecture somebody about coronavirus. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Go to where you need to go. Are you mentally retarded? I feel you. Yo, T, big on that college basketball, man. Now, I don't watch college basketball that much, man. I just wait for them to come into the pros sometimes. But every now and then I do watch college ball. But, yeah, man. Hannah wanted to slap the hell out of this girl, man. And I could tell the look on her face. She was like, she does boxing for workout. So, my girl would have gave her the business. So, and this girl was like skinny, like toothpick skinny. I wasn't gonna sit there and argue with a female about coronavirus. So I kept it moving, But all that bullshit you doing, trying to lecture people with your mini poodle ass dog, go somewhere with that, man. Go upstairs into your damn apartment. I'm telling you, man, some of these people here, man. So some of these people here in LA, they get this Rudy Poo attitude. I just don't get it. It's just not me, man. I ain't Beverly Hills, man. I don't rock with that Beverly Hills bullshit. There ain't no Santa Monica, no Beverly Hills in me. I like neighborhoods where it's evenly balanced. I don't like neighborhoods where, it's all predominantly just a bunch of rich people and, they overreact to everything. It's like drama soap opera. I don't like that type of shit. I don't even like neighborhoods where it's like dominated too much by one group of people. I like mix. Being from New York, man, we get a mixed crowd. We like a mixed bag. But I'm a down to earth type of brother, man, and I never forget where I come from. I'm not some, just because I don't live in the hood no more don't mean I ain't from 12th Street, 40th side of QB. You know what I'm saying? I'm still from the hood. So at the end of the day, I could go anywhere in the world, but I'm still going to be from Queens. At the end of the day, it's still QB for life. That's how it is. So that bougie soap opera world don't really apply to me. But yeah, man. Hannah looked like she was about to give. I'm telling you, T. Hannah looked like she was about to give that girl the business. So she did the right thing, though. She picked up the box and she went upstairs. Because if she stood there, she probably would have just slapped that girl. It's just idiots like that make you want to put your hands on somebody and just slap them.
she had the coronavirus mask on. So regardless if I had a mask on or not, I'm not next to you. All you have to do is just go to wherever the fuck you going, and you don't have to worry about me. You know? Yeah, some lady, man, some lady in this building. She had a little poodle dog or whatever. She was walking her dog, and she came into the apartment. You know, and as she goes upstairs, she's sitting there like talking to herself, dog, like trying to lecture. I don't know who the fuck she lecturing. She actually having a conversation with her dog because nobody was talking to this girl. This girl was like, I don't know what the fuck she was on. I don't know if she took some of that T virus. She probably got that vaccine shot. She probably took a hit of some drugs or something. I don't know what the fuck she was smoking. But since when is somebody having a conversation with a dog, man? This girl was really literally out of her mind, man. Swear to God, man, you run into some real nut jobs here in LA. Dudes that be talking to themselves. Man, I could give you a whole book on crazy people I saw here in LA. I'm talking about naked people. I'm talking about, my wife, Hannah could tell you some stories, people with all their shit out, just hanging out, nasty and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You're so crazy people here, man. Some motherfuckers is like zombies. Yo, T.
When we was in downtown.
Yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, man, we saw some nasty stuff, man. And at the end of the day, I'm not trying to bust on them and make jokes on them like that. Oh, no, Jackson loses it. Damn, man, the Ravens are fucking up over here, man. But, yo, people here, man, I'm telling you, they be on one, man. That's the difference between people in LA and New York. People in LA, there's too random, bro. You just don't know what they're gonna do at any given moment. I remember I saw like, yeah, yo, they self-destructing. That's what I just said. That stat was crazy. You think Lamar Jackson hurt? But yo, T, I saw on the subway train in LA, homeless dude. He chilling, minding his business. You don't think nothing of it at first. Okay? So he gets behind this lady and this guy. They're a couple. So the train stops at a stop. They get up. This homeless guy jumps on the guy back, start choking him, And the lady's just like slapping the homeless guy in the face and shit. She's like crying, thinking like the homeless guy gonna choke the dude out. I'm like, what the fuck? It just happened randomly. That's why I was saying, yo, you gotta have eyes behind your head here in LA because dudes be trying some crazy shit. Even when you just walking outside, you could be walking outside and randomly walking outside and somebody. This is not like crazy shit, but they don't say excuse me or nothing. Dudes will be like on a bike and scooter or bike, whatever, just pass right by you. All you have to do is flinch for a second, and you probably either get hit or you will knock that person down. I'm surprised to this day I didn't knock somebody out on that shit. That's how crazy it is. So LA is wild. You got a lot of characters here, man. I saw a lot of crazy stuff by just walking around. You could just walk around here and see somebody in their own little world. It's crazy shit. That's the one thing about LA that I wasn't prepared for. Because when you come from New York, all right, you think LA, you look at LA how you see on TV. You see the palm trees, you see the beaches, you see peaceful, quiet. I mean, not like quietness, but you see like, good times, chilling on the beach and stuff. You don't see all of this stuff that you see when you get here. You don't see the Skid Row. I didn't know Skid Row exists until I got here. I never heard of a Skid Row. And if anybody here from from LA, you know what the word Skid Row is? Man. That shit look like a third world country, man. I never seen nothing like that in my entire life. Never. No. I never even seen this much homeless people here. LA got like so much homeless people. But you don't see that on TV, of course. You know? Yeah, I saw the Nets game. All right, Zach, what it do? Zach took a little break, but he's back. Zach, I was talking about LA and how crazy it was, man. And this little confrontation I had with somebody in the building. But yo, man, you come here, you better be prepared for the unexpected when you come to LA. Because it's not what you think it is when you watch, you know, based off TV. Like New York, the essence of New York, even the way they portray it on TV, is the same. You know, it's downright the same. You know, that hustle or bustle, you know what I'm saying? That New York hustle and bustle, that's real life. That's New York. And that's the way it's portrayed on the TV. You know, concrete jungle, that's New York. When you get to LA, man, you get to Hollywood. All right. Okay. It's not Hollywood, it's Hollywood. You know, Hannah know what I'm talking about. She saw it all, man. We saw a lot of crazy shit by just walking around here, you know. No, I seen people shoot up right by the train station. Dudes be putting that shit up in their vein. You know, broad daylight. You know, New York is a little different, man. Dudes don't really do that on the block, like in broad daylight no more. You know, like that. You know, they're going to their house if they're on drugs, but they ain't gonna be like this in the street. You could go to one of the most grimiest parks here in LA. You know, a park called MacArthur Park, and that park got nothing but zombies. You know, sketchy motherfuckers. Nothing but zombies. You know, that's how it is, man. You know. Nas, I was telling T about this girl that Hannah was probably about to knock out. You know, some crazy girl trying to, you know, in her own little world, flipping out over coronavirus. You know, because we went downstairs just to pick up a package without a mask on. All right, but nobody in the building wears a mask when they go to check the mailbox. It's only for seconds. You're not even making contact with people. You know, so. She was flipping out, getting a little attitude and all that other type of bullshit, you know. Hannah boxed, man. Hannah was about to knock that girl out, you know. Now instead of trying to start a conflict with somebody, I gave her all the space in the world to keep it moving, to go to your apartment without worrying about so-called catching coronavirus, because I wasn't nowhere near you. Unless coronavirus could fly, all right? I thought coronavirus was 6 feet distance, right? All right. I kept my 6 feet distance so you could walk. Okay. So unless coronavirus developed to a point where you have to keep a mile away, which I never heard of, I think you would be all right. You know, people flipping in this world over coronavirus, man, they're losing their minds, you know. You probably got so much confrontation from just coronavirus this last year or so. People, I don't even know how much people probably got stabbed, beat the hell up, all because of coronavirus. Because you know, you probably walk next to somebody or bump into them by accident. You know what I mean. You know, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of conflicts over coronavirus. I mean, I wouldn't know because I wasn't on the block like that.
Some people they gonna beat you up by wearing the mask.
Yeah.
I saw a video that it's like a bunch of guys that beat up one woman. It's because she's wearing a mask.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yo, T definitely right, man. Yo, Hannah even said there's people getting jumped and getting beat up for wearing coronavirus masks. There's anti-coronavirus people out here that beat you up for wearing a mask because they don't believe in it. So you got a lot of sickos out here, man. You got like these little you got to keep your guard up here in LA. LA's a wild city, man. LA's just like it's a little more random than New York. I think you guys here are a little more wilder, man, because you guys are so spontaneous. It's just like random. You don't know what's going to happen at any given moment. You could be minding your business and just some random shit just happened, you know? And a lot of dudes like myself on the East Coast, we have to learn that because we don't know the ways of the West Coast. And we come over here, you know, we think shit is a little, you know, you got to experience it. You know, I guess in the words of Tupac, you got to be there to know it. Because if you don't go to California or you don't go to Los Angeles, you just watch it on TV. It's not that way. It's not that way from TV at all the time. You know, that way on TV only exists if you got like, if you're already a millionaire or something like that. But if you make comfortable money, you live comfortable, whatever the case may be, you know, LA may not be the place for you. Okay, you know. Yo, T said you about to channel your inner Pacquiao. Yo, she was about to put it on her, man. She boxed too. So Hannah boxed, son. So she already know. She was about to put it on her, man. But you know what? You know, it's good that she picked up the boxing and went upstairs. Because if she stayed down there, it'd have been a confrontation, you know. And then she probably would go upstairs and get her man, then her man to come down. I gotta put on the Floyd Mayweather, you know. So I gotta do the Matrix and shit. You know what I'm saying? Her man would be throwing punches. I just be like this. All them shits would be missing. I motherfucker get tired by just swinging. You know what I'm saying? But man, we have some crazy shit that go on here in LA, man. Mad crazy shit. Bro, I've been here for about, man, I can't even remember how many years. I'd say about 4 years. Maybe a little. 4 years, I guess. How long have I been here right now? 4 years?
In LA?
Yeah.
6.
6?
Turning 7. Since 2013, right?
Yeah.
But then turning 7 years.
Damn, yo, shit. It's almost turning 7 years I've been here in LA, man. Time goes by like this. Holy shit. Yeah, yo, T, man. It's gonna get back popping over here in LA, man. Gonna have to guard your grill out here in LA, man. Time goes by so fast, you don't realize how long you've been into one place, you know? Oh, what's up, Mike? Yo, I listen to your music, man. It's pretty solid. It's pretty good, you know? Thanks for the link, man. It's pretty solid. So, yeah. But yeah, man. So that's the P's and Q's. You gotta know the P's and Q's of LA when you come out here, man. You know, certain neighborhoods is like, you know, gang influence, and you gotta know the rules of that. You gotta know how to move, how to walk, or what not to do, or what to do when you're in certain neighborhoods.
You can order in the device, okay, and they're gonna do it.
Oh, really?
For PS5, but no, the one we saw.
That's cool. All right, that's what's up, man. Keep it up, man. Stay grinding. You know, you keep at something, you will get something successful out of it. You know, it will always lead to something successful if you grind at it. You know. Damn. And that's not that she put it that way, damn. I'm gonna have to start planning, place number 3, location number 3 to head out to. I don't know if I want to move back to New York, but if I do move and I leave LA, if I'm still in, I don't think it'd be California. I probably move into some boonies like the Boondocks or something like that. Where there's not much of nothing going on. It's like 100% sports city. Being that I'm a city guy, I don't really think I could be in the suburbs for too long. But a quiet city would be different. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes on these inner city blocks too. You gotta always have your sparks up. You gotta always have your IQ up, man. You know.
They have Walmart.
Hell yeah. Like I mean, I tell Hannah all the time, keep she knows already, but I always tell her keep your wits about you, especially when you're in LA. Look around, always make sure you know where you're going, because you never know what goes on here, man. It's just some random stuff. Yeah. See, even that. I mean, like that's very common because you hear a lot of people say stories about that. You just run into some weird shit here, man. You always got to keep your guards up. It's just like being in New York. You got to keep your guards up. That's almost in any inner city, but there's some inner cities that you could just relax in and you don't have to worry about that. All right, T. Yo, T, you still gambling or what's the deal over there in Reno, man? Oh, album coming out soon. Okay, that's what's up. Album coming out in April by Michael. Okay. All right. Michael dropping that album, man. Yeah, that's good that you in the music business, man, and you doing your thing. Coming up in Queens, you ran into the right person, man, because I'm from Queens, and the neighborhood that I come from, everybody raps and get into their little thing, man. But if I was still on the block, I would introduce you to some of the dudes, so you could like get into that. But you probably wouldn't like Queensbridge hip hop because it's Queensbridge hip hop is very Dougish. I don't know if you're into that type of music or you wanna rap that type of music. But man, I can't believe she told me that. She said 6 years. 6 years? 6, damn.
Here 2014.
Huh?
Turning 7 years.
Yeah, man. I can't believe I've been in California for that long. It don't seem like it. It really don't seem like it. Time goes by so fast.
And I've been here for 4 years.
Damn, time goes by so fast, man. If it wasn't for COVID, I'd still be on track to do what I need to do. COVID kind of set me back a little bit. Oh, okay. You're a Biggie fan. All right, you like that hardcore hip hop. No, I'm a Nas guy, Mike. NES, baby. 40th side of QB. 40th side of Vernon. The Shorty Busters. I rep that QB all day, every day, man. Even though I haven't lived in a bridge in a long time, But damn, time goes by so fast. It just seems like yesterday, man. Okay. Yeah, I believe you trying to say If I Ruled the World. Yeah. By Nas and Lauryn Hill. Yo, what up, Zach? 3-17. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens just fucking this whole game up. They getting their ass beat in this game. Fumbles, all that. And then, so, man, why is people disrespect? You could tell the Brooklyn Nets is public enemy number one because everybody disrespecting them. So this is the perfect super team. When you got a super team and everybody disrespect you, that means right there that, you know, people think differently. You know, people look at you differently because so the spotlight is on the Brooklyn Nets to win the championship. It's all eyes on the Brooklyn Nets. You guys gonna have to do what it takes to win. Seven minutes to go in the fourth quarter of this luscious football game. It's a slow, grinded out football game. Man, I can't believe Tay Davis not here, man. He's just gonna be disappearing because his Rams lost. No, don't do that, man. Come and get that spoke, man. You know, we ain't gonna judge you bad. You know, everybody takes losses. I never get that about sport fans. How come when your team loses or your favorite player loses, you just disappear and you don't want nobody to see you? You go into hiding. Why can't you just take that butt whipping like a man? Be like, hey, man, you know, I got to take that criticism. Hey, Tay Davis don't want to take the criticism because a lot of guys in the comment section was always, you know, saying that his Rams going to lose. No, there's nothing wrong with losing games, man. You can't win all the time. Everybody loses. You know, it's not how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. Remember that. We always look at what you do in adversity. That's what makes you special. You know, you can win a bunch of championships, but if they have no meaning behind them and you have no adversity to overcome, people aren't going to respect them too much. You know, what makes something great is what's your story, what you've been through, what you had to overcome to get to a point where you at. If somebody just gives it to you easily, without effort much to it, it becomes meaningless. It loses its flair. Right? You know, so this is why we don't like super teams. So even if the Brooklyn Nets win the championship, it's going to be a championship with less substance. It's not going to have much of a meaning to us. You know, it's going to go out one ear, go out the other. It's not going to stick to your ribs. It's not going to be something you feel. You know, point in taken. LeBron James, look at he won 4 championships. But to this day, when you think of the championship that's most important, that sticks to the ribs, it's the 2016. Okay, that's the championship that you look at and you be like, man, he beat a 73-win team. That's something to remember, you know? It's something refreshing about that. You know, Jordan beating the Detroit Pistons. He got them. He finally got past them, you know? His father died. Then he come back and win a championship after everybody counted him out and said he couldn't win no more. That's meaningful. You know, proving everybody wrong. That's meaningful. You got to make it count. Make your time count. Because greatness is not judged on longevity. You could be doing something for a long time and fucking up and not getting nowhere. What's the point of doing something for a very long time but not getting good results out of it? That's just corny. That's just it's a waste of time, son. You know, what makes sense is overcoming things. You know, look at Tupac. He passed away when he was 25, but he did more stuff in 25 years that some people didn't do in a lifetime. Okay? So it's not about time. Longevity don't mean that much. What can you do in the special moments that count? That's more meaningful because people remember the moments more. They remember the times when you had your back against the wall and what did you do? And that's what you're going to be remembered for. You're going to be remembered for those certain moments. It's like when somebody say you only get once to make a first impression. That's how it is. You know, you go for a job interview. If you look bummy, you know, you dirtiest, you know, Oscar the Grouch. You know, people are gonna always remember you for that. Even if you dress up good every single day, but you dressed up bad that one day, and that one day is the day everybody saw you. That's what they're gonna remember you for.
There's a thing about that. It's like it's not about how long you live. It's about
Yeah.
how you make your life meaningful.
Yeah. You know, that's just how it goes. I feel you, man. That's what's up. Oh, Lamar Jackson is out. He got a concussion. So he was messing up for a reason. He got a concussion. This game is pretty much over, though. I think could give that win to the Buffalo Bills. You know. So yeah, man. You know, so hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. You know, that's greatness. You're having an effect on somebody right there off the gate, rather than just if somebody waiting for you to do something and take years to do it. It's not that special no more. You know, you'd be like, man, you finally won, dog. That's like 7 years ago. I was waiting for you to win, man. It's over with now. You know, never let the opportunity cease. If you have an opportunity to take advantage of something, you got to do it. You got to be an opportunist because you're only going to get very few and little opportunities to do certain things. What's up, man? What's up? School sucks. School sucks. That's a cool name, man. What's up? Shout out the Pipeline. You know, he's an up and coming artist. So everybody all across the board, man. Shout out to Michael and you know all of his peeps. And shout out to everybody on Prince Sports. Shout out to everybody. What's up, bro? What's your team, man? What team are you rooting for in today's game, so to speak? What's up to you? Salute and God bless. You know, anybody that cool with Michael is cool with me. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do. I put on for people, you know. Tomorrow is the Cleveland Browns versus the Kansas City Chiefs. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. Then you got the Bucks, the Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. We got football, y'all. We got good football coming on. 2 good games. And we're getting to the Super Bowl. Very close. about to head to the Final Four for the Super Bowl. So once that comes, then you can start making your pick. Correction. I'm going to flip your statement around a little bit and say the Eagles will be the champions next season. But the fact that the Browns is even in the playoffs, man, that's history within itself. It's like an alternate dimension. You know how you did the review for WandaVision? I'm a big Marvel fan. So I'm glad, Mike, that you like Marvel because I grew up on Marvel comic books. Now, I grew up in Queens, New York. I used to always go to the local comic book store and buy comics, collect the Marvel trading cards, So I have a history of supporting Marvel comics. It was Marvel comics and sports was two of my biggest hobbies coming up. So I'm glad that Marvel was able to take all our favorite characters that we growed up with as kids and put them on a big screen. It's like they make us a bunch of kids all over again, right? Because you get to watch your favorite superheroes on screen again. So yeah, man. And shout out to all my international audience, man. I got like a 13% Filipino audience on my channel. I didn't know that. So and look at the ratings for that. So shout out to the Philippines, man. Philippines is like my third home, but then again, it's like my second home because it's not in the U.S. So it is a place that I like. It gives me quietness. Only thing I don't like about the Philippines is for some reason the mosquitoes keep biting me. I swear to God, I get attacked by mosquitoes every single day in the Philippines. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my skin color or something. I don't know what it I don't know what it is, but bro, I'm like, you know it. Get like 80 mosquito bites, man. Oh yeah, I saw all of them from top to bottom. Didn't miss a single one. And this 2021, we getting so much content. We getting over like 11, a combination of 11 movies and TV shows all together. Now we started off with the WandaVision. The next we're gonna get, what's that? Black Widow. She got pushed back, but that's gonna end up being free. There's no way nobody's gonna go to the movie theater to watch that. That's gonna be free. You're gonna be able to stream that. So that's going to be a good one. As much as I like Marvel, I didn't want Black Widow to have her own movie because to me she was when it comes to movies, she's better as a sidekick or being next to somebody. I never thought she'd be able to carry her own movie. Yeah, man. Shout out to Pipeline. It's all good, man. It's all good. I seen your pipeline there, man. You got all different content, man, But if I may give you some advice, if you're gonna do the Marvel content, keep it up. Do that. Put the Marvel content on your channel, and you have like a bunch of people coming on because it's something different a little bit. Like I said, to do this, football is not that big on YouTube. It's not something that a lot of people look forward to, But unless you like unless you got a real passion, yeah, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be. I think that's going to be all right. I'd rather watch Loki. I think Loki's going to have more memorable moments, and I think Loki and WandaVision is going to introduce mutants, or at least introduce us something that we never seen before. I think the Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be a little plain. So I don't know. No, I think it's going to be good nevertheless, but I think WandaVision is going to do something big, and I think after watching the first 2 episodes, you got a sense that something big going to happen. I pretty much got a good idea what I know what's going to happen, because if you follow the comics, they're mixing a little House of M content in there. But Mike, my best advice to you, man, there's a lot of people out there that love Marvel, DC. If you could do something like that, you should make some content or something like that, bro. Really, hands down. Because sports content is different. Sports content is something that you got to be like seriously dedicated to. You got to really have a passion for it. And it's by far probably one of the most hardest things to do on YouTube. What up, T? Welcome back. So yeah, I feel the same way too, Mike. But yeah, man, I liked your show about the WandaVision, man. I think you should put more Marvel. I think you should put more Marvel content on your channel. That's what I think you should do. And you got to post almost every day. Okay, you got to post up a video almost every day. I got a total about all together probably about like, I've been doing this for years though. I got a total about like 7,000 subscribers. If you add them all up together, but it's because you got to be committed to it though. So you got to be committed to it. Now, see, here's the thing, school, telling somebody to subscribe to your channel. Yeah, it's a different story when you got to find people that want the content that you're putting out. Have a direction of what you want your channel to be and stay committed to that. I'll check your channel out later and see what you about, see what's up. But have some content on your channel and be a little more committed to it. Put some passion into your channel, then people will follow, And if you're talking about something interesting and you're being respectful and you're being real with it, people will rock with you, Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Movie reviews, show reactions. If you could do trailer reactions, that's good, But my number one, how can you do live stuff? Well, if it's for sports, I wouldn't recommend you to do live sports because you're going to get copyright if you're trying to put the material in your live live stream. I wouldn't recommend you to do that. But if you're going to do movie reviews, comics, stuff like media and entertainment stuff, that's a good route to go. Because first thing first, just be yourself. If you cool with it, you got a good sense of humor, you cracking jokes, you're having a good time, you be all right, Yeah, I was telling y'all to watch that WandaVision, I think like 2 days ago on the screen, Yeah, I don't even need Disney Plus. Yep, yo, T. Yo, that's between me and T. T know what's up. No Disney Plus, but I got to watch WandaVision. So let's keep that on the low. Oh yeah, bro. The game been over. That's for sure, man. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills. Okay, look at Zach. Now you're all over New York, East New York. You're repping Brooklyn all over the place now. No. And Michael, I saw your channel. I mean, you could do whatever you want. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but if I was you, I would probably try like content based on entertainment a little more. I think people like that sometimes.
So the 10-yard line.
I don't want this to hit with the audio, then he start cutting me off. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, sports is by far the hardest on YouTube because you got to be really dedicated to it, and you gotta it almost becomes a job because you gotta study your stats, you gotta countless research, then you come up to your own conclusion and stuff like that, know what I'm saying? Oh, no doubt, Mike. But I like your channel. It's a good channel. Keep up the good work, man. Just keep grinding. Consistency means a lot. That's all it comes down to. You just got to be on there. You got to be, it becomes a job. YouTube becomes a job. Even though you're just out here having fun talking, it really becomes a job. Don't stay on YouTube analytics. Yeah, you're right, man. But yeah, that shit become a grind, And when it comes to sports, you're always going to you're going to track, you keep doing videos on sports, you're going to run into people that stat nerds, analytic geeks. You're going to run into people that put probably the same amount of time and energy and effort as you do. So they won't hesitate to call you out on something. So you got to know your shit, and you got to be able to, roll with the punches because a lot of your opinions are going to get questioned. Just put it that way. You can say one thing, then they'll take it the next way. I get people coming at me sometimes for giving a certain player credit, and they interpret it as disrespect, So you're always going to have a group of people coming at you, Oh, man, I'll probably do the jerseys tomorrow, Zach. You like the jersey store? Hannah said I looked at like I was selling jerseys online, But I'll probably put some jerseys up tomorrow. I got football jerseys too. They're just not here. They're in New York. But I got football jerseys. I got football jerseys as well, But what time is it? Are we almost out of here, man? As a matter of fact, we're about to be out in a few minutes. We're gonna we probably do the other 2 football games tomorrow, or probably just one, then one NBA game, or half of a football game, then the NBA game, something like that. Nah, I'm not going back to New York. I felt like I outgrown New York. As much as I love talking about New York, I feel like I outgrown it. All right, Michael, peace. But I feel like I outgrown it, and I feel like, when I do go places, I like to go to new places that I've never been to before, So like in terms of the U.S., if I do move it, I leave. If you leave the state of California, I probably recommend like a unknown, quiet state. It may have an urban city environment, but not as much craziness. Because New York and LA, 2 of the biggest cities in America, right? So you're going to get a lot of craziness. But if you go to a fairly decent city, not a major city, take Chicago out, take New York out, take LA out. If you go to like, I don't know, let's just say Milwaukee. Milwaukee's probably boring as hell, but it's an urban city. So, I mean, at least you still get that city environment that you're looking for. Or you could go to a place like Kansas City, quiet. There's a lot of quiet places you could go to. But all these quiet places that I'm talking about, they don't rank in this. All right? There's nothing more worse than going to a city that don't make money, that can't give you that much money.
You know, there's some cities in the United States that still get off on giving people minimum wage. That's like the average payment for certain states. That's just crazy. I always find that crazy. In 2021, some cities pay you minimum wage. Nobody could survive off minimum wage in 2021. Are you crazy? You know? So you got to look at it from that standpoint. But anyway, man, I'm about to be out. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to T. You know? Yeah, man. Yo, T, I swear to God, man, I didn't even realize it was 7. It went like this. It went like that, you know? It went faster than the New York minute. Living in LA went faster than the New York minute, man. LA got a lot of stuff, man. It got a lot of craziness, you know? So you got to be on your P's and Q's. Just like New York, you got to be in all these major cities, Chicago, New York, LA. You got to be on your stuff, man. Miami's another wild city, you know? Keep your smarts about it. Take your street smarts everywhere you go, and you should be all right. But Cali's a little different. You could be very street smart, but Cali is like the gang capital of the world, right? So you got to be street smart. Then also you got, on top of that, you got to know gang culture, you know, at least a little bit of it. Even if you don't get down with it, you got to know something, because you got to know where to go and where not to go, you know. You don't want to get stuck in the wrong part of town, you know, wearing the wrong colors or wearing the wrong hat, you know, or whatever the case may be. You know, that's that California living, man. But you putting that application in? Zach putting the application in right now for all Nets fans. All right. He's starting a new application for Nets fans. So Zach, on our next NBA live, you could get some new Nets fans, man. I'm sure they'll jump on it, you know. Okay. Yeah, that's the funny thing. I haven't left Los Angeles yet. In terms of California, I never been outside of Southern California, LA. Oh, right. Oops, hold on. I get to you right here. Damn, it's stuck right here on this thing. Oh, what the hell? Oh, there you go. But yeah, I never left Southern California. When I do leave California, I'm going to another country. I'm not going to San Diego. I'm not going to San Francisco. I'm not going to the Bay Area. There's so much of California I haven't even seen yet, you know? So I haven't. That's the weirdest part. When I leave California, I leave California. I don't leave. I just, I don't stay in the state. I completely go. So it's different, you know? But when I do come to Cali, I'm in the same part. It's always Southern California. It's always Los Angeles, you know? But there's so much to California than Los Angeles. People tell me, yo, you need to go to San Diego. You need to go to the Bay Area. I didn't even see the Golden Gate Bridge yet. I would like to see that. You know, being a guy that comes from a place that has a bridge next to it, I would like to see, you know what I'm saying? Because in New York, I got all around in New York. You know, New York is a little more easier to travel, though. It's not like California is so spread out. You know how far San Francisco from LA is hours away. You know, you travel hours away in New York, you're in another state. You know, it's different. Yeah, man. So, I got to get around California a little more. You know, now that this COVID thing going on, nobody working, I may just do that, get around a little bit. But I'm out, y'all. Yo, T, do your thing in Reno and, enjoy. Salute, everybody. Peace.